In downtown dying, the question was posed to the Minister of Arts and Multiculturalism, Dr. Lincoln Douglas, after what seemed to be a slow morning at the traditional South Quay venue. Iran Brahma reports.
An early end to downtown mass today as a sprinkling of bands passed along the judging point on South Quay. In years past, celebrations lasted into mid-morning. In 2014, however, bands had all dried up by 8 a.m. Could it have been a message to the authorities? Or could it have been because the major bands applied for their own routes this time around? Or even the fact that regional carnivals are growing?
And that might be at the detriment of the centralized carnival. If you go to, Arouca, Arima, Cedros, Point Fortin, Gasparillo, anywhere, there's a huge amount of people who are gathering to do carnival in their community. So we'll have to think through that too, whether we really want to keep growing the regional carnivals at the expense of central carnival, or if we want to do something with the regions at different times of the year.
This is what remained of the few spectators on South Quay, the first judging point. In years past, it was difficult for one to get a glimpse of the show on the quay. Port of Spain Mayor Raymond Timke, in his first carnival, says he didn't have much to compare it to, but knows that a serious discussion on the future of downtown carnival is needed.
But I think we have to work we have to come together, stakeholders, and have some serious discussions and some sort of forum somewhere, public or private, and come up with a strategy to keep carnival, because it seems to be slipping from the history and the tradition, and that will be sad.
That aside, with the few bands that passed along, there were strong social messages, like this one, calling for child protection rights. And then there were the whistleblowers, highlighting other issues affecting society. There was some mud, no powder, and a few steel bands. In contrast, Juve bands in Woodbrook were having fun. Along Aria Peter Avenue, these masqueraders were on their last lap.
I wanna take a little piece of that, just give me permission to walk you. Cause any whining girl, I don't want to interrupt you.
And in the Princess Elizabeth Center, a rhythm section. Liran Brummel, C News.
You're having some fun there. Well, Port of Spain Mayor Raymond Timke believes the bands taking alternate routes and bypassing traditional judging points are straying from more than just street names. They're straying from history too.
Because I think many people who are involved in carnival now do not understand the tradition, the history of carnival, and as it relates especially to the city. And therefore that requires some discussion. If you observe those, that even the adult bands, they are moving away from carnival because what they do is not really carnival. If they want to learn about carnival, they'll look at the children.
Mayor Timke is hoping for an incident-free carnival and has been pleased by what he's seen so far from the pit.
Expect that there will be a lot of enjoyment because there are some good calypsos, some good soca tunes and so on. And I think what may have been a deterrent before because of crime, we have that under control.
The mayor says following the festival, he will hold talks with stakeholders to make long-term plans for carnival